What is up, everybody? This is Bruchminati. Oh, what? And we're back here in the real world. That is the real world of World Conqueror 3. After throwing down the communist mod, which I perceive to be the fake world. Now we're back in the real world. Aliens 1975 with Australia. Now, bros, there ain't much I can do here. My only choice is really Southeast Asia. And to get there quick. Look, the aliens don't give a shit. Alright, listen to me. The aliens don't give a shit how high your ion cannon is. They don't give a shit how many badass generals you have. They will wreck you if you don't get a foothold quick enough and start pumping out field artillery. You are done. You can have the best generals, the highest tech, the best ion cannon level, and they will wreck you. Damn, I forgot to leave a guy there. So yeah, the aliens don't care, they'll whack ya. So I'm hauling balls towards Southeast Asia. I've got to get on a mainland. It would not, if I tried to like take Hawaii and Midway, you know, try to take the smaller spots, it wouldn't work. It would just not work. I would get raped by them. Anyways, after I made the video on the mod, I played it for a while, and you know what? The mod had some really good ideas, I'm not gonna lie. I liked some of the ideas that the mod packs had. Or the modded game, I guess it's not really a pack. But they made, the problem is they made it way too easy. They made it way too easy to get medals. They made it way too easy to get, like technology and stuff like that. Whereas if you download that and you play your ass off, it's not going to be fun in like 1 or 2 days because you've just done everything. That was my take on it. That's why I usually don't play mod games like that. You know, I'll play a mod game if it just like adds some new characters or stuff like that, but I usually don't play mod games such as that. I did like it though. Like I said, some of the ideas were awesome. I do plan on playing the USA versus the Soviet Union and posting it for you guys. And what I'm going to do is just use the generals I was given. I'm not going to use any of the OP generals or bring in any of the other generals. I'm just going to roll with what I got. There appears to be enough generals that if you can't beat it with what you're given, then you don't deserve to be playing a World Conqueror 3. You just need to uninstall. Besides that, if there's enough requests to do some of the other, like, the 1991 with USSR versus NATO versus WTO might be interesting. If I do a country like that, I'm just going to use the generals that I have in the regular game. I'm not going to use any general that I don't have. I'm not going to use the overpowered generals that were made. I will use these same generals that I use in my regular game. Keep it as real as possible. See, that's what I wished. I'm not going to say it wasn't fun to just own, because it was, but the game's funness level would have lasted a lot longer if they would have made it harder to progress. I felt like the rich kid whose parents spoil him and buy everything for him, and so anything he gets is just like, whatever, that's great. I have 40 of those. It's kind of what it felt like after about an hour. You were just given everything too fast. Alright, well they took over Port Moresby again. See, I like to leave about usually about 4 artillery pieces on little islands like that, or cities that are away from the other main cities, just in case I get rushed. Usually 4 will hold out long enough to where I can either get more troops there or build more troops. Alright, we got Hong Kong. I'm feeling a little bit better, but as with aliens, you're gonna get rushed. You gotta survive. As I've said before, those initial, 1 or 2 rushes as the other countries go down. I'll tell you what, it has been a while since I've played an Alien Conquest. And I've got USA 1943 coming up tomorrow for the full episode. So be looking for the USSR versus USA Sunday, Monday range. I got that last tournament I was telling you about to go see this weekend. So I probably won't be getting much up this weekend. Besides the full episode and something Sunday, I don't know what. The second part of this. And maybe, depending on when I get home Sunday, maybe a USSR versus USA. But that is one thing I definitely want to play for you guys. A lot of you guys seem interested in that. I did start the alien thing, and it seems way too easy. It's not going to be a challenge to do the aliens on here. The aliens from the modded game, I should say. Where you play as the aliens, way too easy. So we're basically looking at the USSR versus USA, and I like to give the 1990 scenario a playthrough, where it's switched up and the Russians have said F the WTO and went at it on their own. Which I'll probably play with Russia with that. Alright, we're about to take this back finally. I'll leave 4 artillery up here, 4 artillery down there. And focus on Southeast Asia here. I mean, you may think, hey, you got a pretty good foothold, but I know from playing this that I could still get rushed and beat. This is by no means like, hey, I've got a big enough foothold, I'm gonna win. I'm waiting for them to take out Nanking so I can grab it. It's kind of like right in my way. And I'm going to try, like I've done before, to save at least one ally. I think that's a fun little side quest you can give yourself. Most of the times it doesn't work. I think one time I saved 2, Had 2 allies up. I think that's the most I've ever saved. But having started out in Australia, I'm probably not going to be able to save anybody but maybe China. China might be able to keep one of those little crap hole towns. And you can expect some stragglers coming in. Oh, crap. See, that's going to be coming our way. Here's like a little mini wave. Probably coming in from Japan. I've said this before. The goal is to start turning out as many field artillery as you can, as fast as you can. When you hit that 400 gold per round you get in, and you can turn out 2, that's kind of like where things start to turn for you. You start feeling pretty good. You can usually fend off the aliens that are right there in the immediate area. Although you still have to build up for those that are coming in. I think we've got it. I think we've got enough we can hold them off. I think we reached the tipping point here. Now before, you know, I used to get this far and still get wrecked. But as I've come to understand these little alien bastards better, with what I got now, I think I can hold out. You know, I see a lot in the comments, oh, he has good generals and his tech level's up. Bros, I started out just like you. I didn't have a deal with Easy Tech where they sent me a bunch of medals and shit. The only thing I did not grind for was a Manstein. I had the crap general starting out. I had Keitel and somebody else, 2-star general, and some other crapper 3-star general. I thought I was badass when I got my first 3-star general. I was just like, what? Bring it? Yeah, I've been there, and my tech level sucked, and I gotta grind up my tech level, and I unlock a wonder, but I don't have the money to build it, so I gotta grind to get that money. I gotta grind through the conquests. But just think of like, look at all the videos I've put up about this game and all the conquests I've done. Imagine all the income I've got from doing all those. When you're trying to think about how I built all my wonders and upgraded all my technology, look at the sheer amount of videos I put up about this game. And all the income I would have got. The question is, for me right now, is what is my next general going to be? I've got one of every general. I'm not really concerned about the March general right now. That is of no concern to me right now. I do want Rommel, but I'd like to have 2 of each before I got 3 tank generals. So I got 2 tank generals, 2 artillery generals, an Air Force general. I got 2 infantry generals. I now have a Navy general. So I guess it comes down to another Navy general or another Air Force general. You know what though, as much as I use artillery, it would make sense to get a third artillery general. I mean, I use artillery the most of anything. That would make perfect sense. I don't even remember the 5-star artillery generals. Was Lieb one of them? I guess I'll have to watch that fellow Bruchminati's video on the 5-star artillery generals. I'll tell you what, that Bruchminati, he sure knows his stuff. I'm gonna watch his video. Throw up a like as well. I must say, I'm a fan of the Bruchminati guy. I'd like to refer to myself as a Brominati. I am part of the Bruchminati army. The Bruchminati army has been growing pretty quick, guys. I've been having some good growth lately. The Bruchminatis have united. Man, I love when I can take those out. I mean, it is so great to have a nuke and to nuke those damn things. It just gives you a good feeling. Yeah, look at that. They're getting wrecked. Now I'm gonna get rust from the west. From all the countries falling in Europe. There's gonna be a wave coming in. At some point. I think the one that comes from the US is like more staggered. It's not all at once. But I think the one from Europe is more of like just a huge rush. And I do know from playing other Alien Conquest where I've taken Japan and not the US, that they just keep sending shit in. That there's like constant traffic across the Pacific coming in at Japan. So you definitely want to have a bunch of artillery setting on Japan at all times, because they will keep coming in. It's like a war of attrition. They just keep coming at you. Alright, and I'm getting some pretty damn good income now. All I need now is a few cities that I can produce nukes out of. I'm gonna make a line going at New Delhi here. Get my New Delhi line of artillery going. I've noticed like the Brits are like one of the last countries to go out. Or I should say the United Kingdom. Looks like we are going to be heading in to Japan shortly. Actually, we'll probably be heading into Japan at next episode. Because we're running out of time here, bros. Bruchminatis. Fucking Bruchminatis. I need me a t-shirt that says Bruchminati. You know, I have a artist living next door. I thought, man, I'm gonna have him draw up something really cool, Bruchminati themed, make a shirt out of it. Have not done that yet. Anyways, bros, we are coming up at the end of this video. If you're enjoying this content, slap the shit out of like and subscribe, and I will see you back here for our next upload. Peace, Bruchminati out.